This is the last video for living room, lesson 5, part 3. And we are going to look at another command where we can hit Control Alt on our keyboard. I'm holding Control Alt and then click the eye icon, and we can make everything but the chair turn it all into an outline. Let's do it again. Control Alt. Click that and hold that on your keyboard, and now click the eye again, and that toggles us back to normal screen mode. Okay, so we're moving on to taking care of our lamp. So what we're going to do is click on the lamp, okay, and we're going to take this lamp here, we're going to drag it down to the Create a New Layer button at the bottom of the Layers panel. So now we have two lamps. We're going to position the duplicate lamp artwork on the artboard up just a little bit and to the right, just like that. And deselect, so now you know what that looks like. And now our book wants us to take that layer and drag it back down to the trash icon button and delete that layer. Okay, moving on. We're going to go ahead and hide all the layers. So you can just click those icons, and I just held my mouse and just drug down. Then we're going to create a new layer at the top of the hierarchy. So we're going to hit Control and then click on the Create a New Layer. So there's our new layer. Okay, so now we need to go back over to Canvas and download a file. So I'm going to navigate over to Canvas. Here we are. And then we've got this living room tip. So let's go ahead and click on it, and it's downloaded here. And we need to place that layer in here. So now we're going to go to File, and we're going to go to Place. Right here is Place. And we need to go to our Downloads. Oops, Downloads. Okay, and you can see just a few minutes ago, or just a minute ago on Canvas, when I clicked on that, on the image, it automatically downloaded. So here's the file that I wanted to place, and I'm going to hit Place. The source for the illustration, you can see it's loaded into the cursor icon. So I'm going to go ahead and click it to place it right there. And we're going to move it to intersect with the top left-hand corner. Okay? So now we're going to double-click on this image. And by double-clicking on an image, what you're doing is Illustrator is automatically going to what's called isolation mode. And in isolation mode, those are the only layers you can see. It's really the only layers that we can mess with. So let's hit this back button. Okay. So we can get back to normal. And I also clicked on the scratch board. I am going to click on this layer and make it active. We're going to come over here and double click on the layer, and we're going to hit dim to, and then we're going to dim it to 50% and hit OK, so the image is less vivid. We're going to go ahead and create a new layer at the top of the Layers panel. Hit Control and click, double click that layer. We're going to call it Message Layer. Hit Enter. Using any font we like, we're going to type a message for the printer. Right here. And we're going to type printer. Oh, I don't like this font. Let's get a different font. I'm going to go to Type and Character, so we can actually see the different fonts. And I'll just use this font here. Okay, so we're going to call it printer, use photo, oops, that should be a semicolon. For reference, if necessary. Thank you. Call me at, oops, 555/1234 if any problems. We can deselect. Okay, so now we're going to convert the message to text outlines. So you can double click it. And then we are going to double click on this layer, and we're going to get rid of the print option here, and then hit OK. We're going to save our work. We're going to go ahead and hide the message layer. Hide the layer 10. And then we're going to make everything else visible. Oops. Save our work again. Okay, click the foreground layer. Click the rectangle tool. And we are going to switch our fill and our stroke so that we just have a black stroke and no fill. With the rectangle tool selected, if you just click once on your artboard, you can make the rectangle specific size. We're going to make it 6.5 inches wide and 6 inches tall. Hit OK. Okay, so we're going to take this rectangle, whoops, let me get my move tool, and then move it over on top of our artboard, just like that, so that it matches up with all of the black lines around the outside of your edge. Okay, and we already have a black stroke. If you do not have a black stroke on your rectangle, then you need to make sure that you have one. And we're going to go ahead and expand the foreground layer, which is what I just did, so you can see that your rectangle is on top of everything else. And we're going to click the Make Release Clipping Mask button on the Layers panel. And that will get rid of everything outside of your artboard. You're going to click the Layer Target button on the clipping mask. And you can see it's already selected. Then you're going to go to Edit, Copy on the menu bar, and then click Edit on the menu bar again. And paste in front. Get 2 clipping masks. You're going to drag the selected art icon on the sublayer down to the rug layer. Here, we're going to take this and drag, whoops, that's not working, let's try it here. Drag it down to the rug layer and let go. Okay, so we've got a new one here. Expand the rug layer to see the new path. Select the rug layer. It actually wants us to select this whole main rug layer, not the sub layer, but the main layer. So we have the main thing selected. And now we're going to go ahead and click on the clipping mask again. Okay, so that edge of the rug has been deleted, or it's not been deleted, but it's now hidden. So we're going to click on the scratch area so we can see what we've done. We're going to select the lamp artwork on the artboard. Okay, so I've got my lamp layer selected. We're going to drag it over to, if your sculpture sublayer is not expanded, go ahead and expand your sculpture sublayer. We're going to take that lamp over and drop it, which mine's not doing it, so I'm going to hide the sublayers for sculpture and then drag it into sculpture, see if it'll work there. Okay, so just go ahead and put your lamp right underneath your sculpture layer. Okay, and you can see that the lamp is now included into that clipping mask. You're going to save your work. And you are ready to turn in your living room document.